Careful with your time and ours. So, Carrie, you want to kick it off?
Oh, well, first of all, just welcome. Hello. I'm like, I cannot believe that it is November 17th. I don't know about you guys, but we sent out the agenda, kind of like to go over it. Like Kate said, we really just want to um kind of keep us on track so don't keep you guys all night and stuff like that. So, and then just remember, we have a big, November selling window here to close up with some great specials that end on the 20th, which we'll talk about, but also that extended holiday returns, which was such a great idea that ends January 31st, 2026. So, Kate, I'll turn it over to you.
All right. Yep. Well, so thank you for joining us. I'm sure most of you are on here for the update for the Abbey, and we've been trying to communicate, over communicate, hit you everywhere we think we can possibly do so to make sure that everybody's paying attention. And so, which is hard. It's hard to make sure that everyone is listening and gearing in, just like Sharon said, she's multitasking right now and things might get missed. So
Mhm.
we still don't have a confirmed delivery or shipment date. We're not going to guess on the dates any longer. And this does not by any means indicate an extended delay. It just means that every time we say, no, I think they're leaving on the 7th and they don't, then you're getting a million questions from your downline. We're getting a million questions from your leaders. So we're just not going to commit to a date other than we promise that what we're going to do is we will, like we've always said, make sure that you know with that when we know when it is heading out the door and when it is being shipped out on the plane, ready to go, we're going to give you those dates. Okay. I'm sure you can understand why that makes sense. We've seen the bras, we've seen the charms on them. We know that's the end stage. They've still got to be tagged, they've got to be bagged. And remember, they still will have to be counted once they get to Zaya. Some of these sizes they've never had. So they're going to have to get them into the system. It does sort of cut down some of the time since they're only going to Utah instead of coming, typically that adds an extra
We
6 to 7 days when it's coming to us, and those are business days. So some of that will be cut out. We are anticipating it. Um, we know it's a good product. We don't have the issues that we had before. So all is good. Just please be patient. Most importantly, we really want to make sure that you're communicating also with your customers. I'm gonna have to stop and let somebody in here.
I got it, Kate.
And then you gotta, if we don't, if you don't let your customers know, they're gonna feel like they're out of the loop. Maybe they don't want to bother you. So we really want you to make sure that you are sharing that message with someone, with them. And I'm going to copy just a short message of what you might want to send. I'm going to put it into our chat here before I show you what I suggest that you do with this. And I'm going to tell you why. Yet, do you remember what we discussed last week about, or 2 weeks ago, about emails?
Mhm.
What did we say was happening to a lot of the Gmail accounts?
They weren't coming through.
They weren't coming through because
Go
they were
with
going to junk. That's not going to happen with a personal message coming from you, as opposed to something that looks like it's a big business message that we are sharing with all these customers all at once. So, what I want you to learn is how to actually take that information and instead, hang on, let me get my email up here. I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you how you're going to do this. Let me go to portion of the screen so I can make sure that you see all of this. Okay. So I am going to go here to my email. So you have this to subject right up here. Okay. So the Abbeys are coming, something like that. on the way. Still waiting. Whatever your subject, something to catch their attention. You're going to paste that message in there. Okay. What to tell your customers. You're going to get rid of the quotations, but you don't want to, when you have the recipients, see right here where it says the to section right here? Everybody sees that?
Yeah.
You want to go here to the BCC. Why do you want to do BCC?
It's blind carbon
Blind carbon
copy. They
copy.
everybody won't see it.
Right. Well, you don't want to share. Some of your mail carriers will cut it down to some will let you do 800, some will let you do 500, whatever limit your email provider will allow. You don't want to be sharing emails with 500 people. So if I go in here and for instance, all I do is I'm going to copy. Let's say I went down and I copied 500 of these, and then I go back in here and paste it in here. See how these all pop up in here? And nobody's going to see these emails. These are all BCC. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to send that message back to myself. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
So when people reply, they're still going to be replying to me, but because I've chosen this BCC, and if it doesn't show up, just keep on clicking on your options. Sometimes it's right underneath this. I don't know if can everybody see where I am? I'm going to annotate this here. Annotate this here. See where I have the CC here? Sometimes if it doesn't automatically show, the CC and the BCC are together. Is that new to everybody? Do you kind of remember hearing about the BCC?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a great way to go out, share the message with your customers, and let them know we just have a little delay. Be patient. I didn't forget about you, and the bra is still coming. Okay?
But we're only getting buff, right? So we
Well,
gotta tell.
we're shipping buff first. We're not going to be waiting. We're not going to be waiting for the black to come. When the buff is finished, we're going to ship that out. When the black is finished, we'll ship that out. Ship, not ship. Air,
Well,
air
so,
and
but
air. So,
the customers are gonna have to, yeah, they're gonna have two separate orders, which is,
but you have to communicate it.
yeah, I
Don't
will.
just count that they're reading. We barely get reps to read our emails.
No, and I have, no, I know, believe me, because I've been sending them out,
But
and
just
I know that.
Carrie and I aren't hiding a secret. We promise. When we know, you're gonna know. Okay? All right, Carrie?
Okay, so going into that, if you guys got our email, which Kate just said, like, how many of you guys are reading our emails? Hopefully they didn't go into junk, but we had a November team incentive that is going to be our spin to win giveaway. And we just want to keep, the momentum happy and uplifting as we go into the holiday season and of course, promote some Zaya items. So every stylist that hits $1,000 in November, we're going to pick 3 winners and we're going to do a spin to win on our December 1st meeting, which Kate already has that out there on the calendar for us. So 3 lucky winners will be able to pick any item. So if you want to pick that puffy jacket, or if you want to get the puffy vest, or whatever item it is, you get a Zaya item. We want you to have some Zaya products. So we would be happy to send that off to you. And yes, it could be a $135 jacket. We're fine with that. And then we're also going to do one for anybody that sponsors. So we're going to do 4 giveaways. So we'll do anybody that sponsors will go into one. They can also pick one item. So those winners, we're going to be drawn that Monday night on December 2nd during the team call. We'll do it at the end of the call. And we're going to be so excited to give that away. And gosh, you know what? There could be some great Christmas presents in there as well. And then we have some little shout outs to see where we're at right now. So over $1,000 right now, we got Carrie Stoyer, Maggie Roberge, Anne Wojak, and Sonia Nightingale. And then coming up behind them, we got Lisa Atkinson, Dawn Wilson, and Sharon Bickley that are all gunning for that 1,000. So we're here to cheer you on as many as we can. That would be awesome. we'd be very, very excited about that. So,
All right.
yes. And then Kate is going to go over what they just announced today. No, yeah, today's
They
Monday, right?
announced it Sunday. So
Oh, Sunday.
one of the tricky things that I think we're sometimes having trouble navigating are the specials. If you're not checking your mail on a daily basis, um, do a search for Zaya Active. Sometimes it's ending up in your junk mail, sometimes it's not. But if you're not looking, you might not have seen the promotion. So, who saw the promotion today? Show of
I
hands.
did.
I didn't
Okay,
see it in the
so
email. I
Jenny
saw it in
did.
my post. I saw it in the
For all ladies to
thing.
know.
Okay,
Yeah.
so who saw
an
it from
email.
the email last night?
I did. I'm
All right,
sure
my
I did.
teachers. I see my teachers did. Good for you. So our A personality saw it, but everybody else has got to we have to figure out another way.
How did Shirley Swanson get the thumb to go up? Did you
Remember
guys
some
notice
of our
that?
programs, if you're on an Apple and you
Oh,
move your hands,
Yeah, like even like sometimes they'll say you're raising your hand or
yeah, it happens if you're on an app. You should be
I'm
able
on
to
an
carry
Apple.
unless you have it off. If you
I don't know, but that was really cool, Shirley. I'm like,
But we want to make sure that if we have teammates, we're making sure that we share that with them as much as we can. We try to remember to put it as when we see it, we'll put it on Broad Ladies in the Know. But there, this time of year, and I've heard from some of the other Zaya reps, this time of year, you can really count on there being some extra incentives. And if you're not paying attention, you might just miss them. Okay, so we want to try. I'm going to show you the first email that came, and these are what they're going to look like. If you hang on, let me just share my screen with you. What you're going to start looking for, or what makes most sense, is you're going to start to look for these Zaya Active emails. You could do it on Sunday nights. We kind of know their patterns. We know the Wednesday release. We know they do things on Thursday. You're going to want to look here for specials. If you see that something is running November 7th to the 14th, look and see if something's going to show up on the 15th. So right now we have this spend and save. And if you spend $125, you get 25 off. And I believe you just said it to me today, or it might have been
I
could have
got
been
one.
one of you said that people are looking for specials. This is a special. So when somebody
great.
says, I'm going to wait for your free shipping, no, they don't need to wait. And before you have the call, before the beginning of the week, know what the specials are. This isn't the first time we've seen it. Carrie and I went in to buy some things right after we became part of the Zaya team, and we kept not getting to our where we were wanting to be because there were all these sales. So
Yeah.
we'd have to go
Yes.
back and look again, like, oh, I thought I was there, and then off comes some money. So it's really easy to learn. Maggie was concerned that it wasn't coming off a party, but in fact, that wasn't true. It's coming off all of the shopping cart orders. It just automatically comes off after you enter your information. You can also use this on the kits. Has everybody seen the kits section in Zaya?
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
go here, can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Oops, I went to Australia. If you go here and see the gift kits right here, does everybody see this here in the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you click on that, and this black light and tight set with the two leggings, the socks, if they add this to the order, see what the cost of that is? 125. So that's two leggings, a pair of socks, and I think their Revive rub. That is enough. If you go to the cart, I was showing somebody else how to share their cart. I've added this to the cart. I go to checkout, and I think I was helping you last, Maggie, when we were looking at yours. Proceed to payment.
Yeah.
I'm just going to hit continue and see this right here. This
Yeah.
section right here
Comes off automatic.
comes off automatically. So you get that kit for $100. How much are those leggings normally, everyone?
$69.
$69. So for $30 more, you get one extra legging, you get one pair of socks, and they're I think they call it, it's like what's the rub that you put on the Bengay? I think it's like
Yeah, it's like that. I bought some. I
yeah.
haven't had a chance to really use it because I haven't had a sore
So
neck. But
this is something else you could also do. You know, it's not, the Abby's coming is a positive. It's a negative that they're not coming, but turn it around and give another positive. This is a great way to get Christmas gifts. You've got some extra money off your orders right now. More bang for your buck. You can buy the gift boxes. And, you know, at Christmas time, we've always struggled with, what are we going to give to the guys in our family, to the kids in the family? We don't have to worry about that now because that's already taken care of. There's plenty of items in there to select from. Okay, any
And that
questions on
ends
the
on the
special?
20th. Yeah, that ends on the 20th, correct?
Yes.
yeah.
Any questions, anyone?
And that I'm assuming they're ending it on the 20th because the product will arrive before Christmas, hopefully.
They're
I think
just,
you're just
I
doing
think their
weekly deals.
specials are they're always thinking through things, and it is a month of specials.
Yeah.
I'm sure
So
December will be the same way, you guys. Because think about it, their December is a
Oh yeah, wait a minute.
sale
I'm
month.
thinking 20th of November, not 20th of December.
Yeah. No, that would be cool if it went all the way to December 20th. So one of the new cool things that we updated on the Essential Bodywear website was because we know people are still going there, we put a Find Your Bra Lady feature, which is really just a form that they fill out. They tell us if they can remember your name, whatever else, information we can get out of them. And Kate and I are checking that several times a day throughout the day. And then what we do is we either look up who the customer is because sometimes they can't remember who their rep was, and so we look it up in our old PPS records, or we look it up on Shopify, and then if that rep isn't there anymore, then we find the next closest rep to them or their upline. But one thing that Kate said about checking your email, check your email because that's how we're communicating with you. And I just want to say a shout out to some of you guys that have been getting them from us. We so appreciate you guys either texting us right away and saying, thanks, Carrie, I got it, I'm on it. Or, thanks, Kate, I got it, I'm on it. So what we do is we send an email that says, hey, Lynn Glover and Susie Smith. Susie Smith reached out to us on our Find a Bra Lady form. Here's Lynn's information and here's Susie's information. So you have her information, she has your information, and then we connect you guys. And I mean, and sometimes they do ask, like they can't remember what size bra they had. I'll look it up for them. I'll look it up and go, well, it's been 13 years, but it was a 34F, but yeah. And I'm like, you probably need to get that virtual fitting. And I even might say that in there. The last purchase I can find was from 2013. You might want to do a virtual fitting, So, anyways, we've been emailing. We probably are getting 5 to 10 a day, Kate?
Yeah, I would say we're creeping up closer to 10.
Yeah.
So if you haven't started looking for Jenny, hang on, we'll take questions in just a second, but if you haven't started looking, please do so. We put it in our notes. So we have a spreadsheet that we share back and forth, and we leave notes to each other, whether we need to follow up. Some of you, like Carrie said, are doing a fantastic job. So we can put in the notes, heard back from Anne, heard back from Robin, heard back from Lynn,
Yep.
whatever, or it'll be haven't heard back from either yet. What last thing we want to do when customers take the time to reach out is to lose them, because if we lose them on your behalf, or that you don't see the email about them, they might just go to the Zaya website and just order on their own, and that's what we don't want to do. So
Exactly. And we're checking it over. I'm checking it over the weekend. And I'm reaching out. So please, and like Chris Murphy, if you're out there listening, Chris, you obviously check your emails over the weekend because Chris was like texting me right back or emailing me right back. Carrie, thank you so much. And she might even ask, like, do you know what size it was? So I'll go look it up. I have no problem looking up information if I can find it. It is hard. I'm going to be honest. If they purchased before 2017, it lumps into a party order. So when I go to look up the order, I get the entire flipping party. I'm like, I get everything that was on that, and I don't know who ordered what. So that doesn't really help. But after 2017, I usually can get to what they actually ordered because that's when we started doing event shopping carts, if you guys remember that. But Kate and I just want to say we so appreciate you guys getting back to us because then we know the customer's taken care of. Because that's like Kate said, that's the last thing we want to do. That's why we're so on top of this. And we just so want to say thank you for doing that, in getting back to us and just letting us know so we can check it off our list that they've been taken care of.
By the way, which email is that coming from when you're
It
sending
comes either
that?
from Kate's email or my email.
Oh,
Or rep
okay.
It's
support.
whoever's on the
Or
whoever's
our
on
reps,
the
our
schedule.
traditional
Or
rep
at support. Okay. Because I know I did get that one from you last week, Kate, and she never responded to me.
Really? Okay.
Mhm.
Wow, she wanted someone. Okay.
I would probably follow up with that one,
But-
Maggie. I would probably
Yeah, but she
Well-
didn't give a phone number. She didn't give a phone number. You didn't give a phone number, just an email.
But that's where you also just shoot back a message to
Okay.
say, "Hey, Kate, want to give you the heads up." She never messaged back.
Okay.
It sometimes if they get a call from us, maybe it's easier to, oh yeah, I forgot about that, or time
Oh, I had a
Okay.
lady that was off one digit on her phone number, so I had to go look it up for somebody. And so I went back to her old records and I was able to get her phone number because when she typed it in on her form, on our form, she didn't give the whole entire number. She left off a digit. So that happens. And I didn't realize it when I sent it over. And so one of the reps emailed me back and said, Carrie, this phone number doesn't work. And I'm like, on it, and I'm like, I went back and found it. And I think actually it was Chris Murphy. And Chris Murphy goes, I found it too. So, I mean, anyways, we're here to help. So
Do you think she may have already ordered and her order went through? And can you see it, or is that only on Zaya's end that they can see that?
that's only on Zaya's end. That
Yeah,
we
if you
can't see it.
ever suspect that somebody is placed, I worked with a gal last week. She placed an order. I didn't see it. I just messaged them. The customer, of course, was able to give me her number. And because she'd asked a question about it, and I said, oh, I didn't realize she'd gone ahead and ordered. And so that's easy to do. All those updates can be done. We're actually, that's kind of part of the next section that I was going to go over. But one of the other things I wanted to share before we move on to that is if you haven't already done so with your customers, you might want to make sure that they understand how to order your product. We do get a lot of questions about where to go to find it. Some of them probably aren't used to this EBW. So another thing that you can start doing when you have your signature, so your signature goes out with your mail. So if I had Kate Soderstrom and I had my link, I will have my link go right to the Essential Bodywear page if your gals are looking for. So have it go right to there. So instead of just dumping them here at Maggie's homepage, for instance, you can have it go all the way to, let me get rid of my annotation, just have it go here. So it's
Yeah.
here. You could even go all the way down to, I'm going to find the Abby bra that she wants. So instead of sending all of that, you're sending this entire link and it's bringing her right to this page. Because that can sometimes be confusing to our gals. Okay. And the last bit of knowledge, I'm going to stop the share so I can get over here. One of the important things is how to communicate with Zaya. I know we've gone over this before. We're going to do it one more time. Sorry, I don't want to, my password is secret here. So, when you go in and you realize either the order went through, the customer calls, something happened, you're going to go all the way down here. It's all the way down to this section here. Can you see it all the way down here? This get help. See it, everyone?
Yep.
Mhm.
That's where you're going to go. Click on the get help, and then you're going to open up a ticket. Yes, they are there to call. Always call if you can, if you have an order change. To me, those are priority. If somebody really wants to cancel an order, you want to do everything you can to help her. You can chat, but I highly recommend doing this. Give them a call. They chat on the weekend. So far that we know they're not shipping on the weekend, but I'm never going to say never because they could have very busy holiday seasons and start having people ship during the weekend. So the sooner you get that message through, the better. If there is an order that goes through on the weekend, you're not necessarily going to have a guarantee that that will be canceled. But a lot of people get stumped here because they only see these options and then they don't know what to do. All you have to do, you don't even bother searching, just click right here. And then it's going to come up with all the different categories. So Anne wanted to share some feedback. So she can go in here and do this. There's a section up here on moving the order. For instance, when you're moving it to another party, or if somebody places a shopping cart order and you want it on your party, that's where you would do that. And order cancellation. So there are sections here. If you have an order that goes through and it's a Sunday, there is no chat, there is no phone. Put together an email. Hopefully by Monday morning, your email will beat them to when they're printing or shipping. But you can also, for those of us, most of us on this call are in the Eastern Central Time Zone. So it's a little bit later in the day before they open up. So that's good for us. We might get calls at 8 or 9 in the morning that customer wants to change. We know we still have this 2-hour time window until they're even open. But that's a really important feature in your back office, is how to communicate with the home office if you ever need to make some changes. Okay?
Got it.
Anything you wanted to add, Carrie?
Just a couple remind everybody is, to push towards that $1,000, but of course push towards the 200, make sure you have the 200, push towards the 600 so you get the free website, and then 1,000 so that you get the 28% commission. So those are all really big things to kind of keep pushing for. And but again, check your email now that Kate and I have this form up. Like I said, we're contacting you as soon as we get it and letting you guys know so that there's no delay in that and the customer isn't waiting. So just please check your emails. Anyways, that's about all I want to say. As we go into this holiday season, it's going to be totally game changing for us because we've never had an opportunity to have a gift giving season. So our December is all going to look a little different. Our December used to be pretty slow. I think it's going to look different because there's going to be so many other things that you can give. I posted that picture of Kate and I in that vest today, and one of my friends, Kate from Commerce Township, she reposted it and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I love these vests you guys are wearing. These are so cool."
Same. I had so many people messaging me. I didn't even realize you had posted it, who said, "Okay, how can I get that vest?"
Yeah. And the green one's going fast. I'm going to say that. I think the small and medium are gone. So that one's going fast. I think the black is heavily in stock or whatever. But it's funny. I'm like, people are messaging us about those vests. So you just never know. And by the way, Kate and I'll keep posting pictures. Please use them. I'll try to not make them so much, ours, but Kate and I are definitely two different body types. And we're showing it in two different body, sizes that you can show. Peter's been kind and he's been modeling some things for me too. And I got more to come on that. And I think Kate has Caroline's boyfriend that we're going to get, gussied up and into some handsome things to kind of keep sharing. But anyways, and we'll keep sharing and making the images for you guys and you guys can use them.
Well, and lastly, most important, we're extremely sorry for this delay, and we know it causes you a lot of stress. Don't think it doesn't cause us stress too.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't expect it, and it's not fair to you. It's not fair to your customers.
Can you tell me, since I wasn't able to get on until a quarter after?
Well, we had expected it to be delivered or to ship out on the 7th with arrival sometime around Thanksgiving. It still hasn't left the factory yet. We're not committing to a date anymore because that seems to cause more confusion. It seems to cause people to be a bit more upset when it isn't there on that day. It's just one of those serenity prayers.
And that's
Accept the
the
things you
Abby.
cannot change. And
Yeah.
we
That's
can't
the-
control how they sew, and so we don't expect extreme delays. Let me start with that. We're sorry that you've had the delays. We thought it would be very shortly after we got our top of the production sample in September. And this is a skill set. Bras are tough to sew. They're getting it right, which is the most important. We want to know that when it gets here, it is what we all want it to be. And what
That's for
customers
both.
expect.
For both styles, right?
No,
That is
that
just
was
for
for
the core.
core.
The
Core, not the
luxe
luxe.
has not never been due until the end of December.
And the luxe not known. Yeah.
That's
That had an exit date at the end of December.
yeah.
Okay.
So Lisa Sumler had a question, Kate. Is there a bra lady near? I can't read the writing. Sorry, there's something.
Somewhere in Kansas, I messaged maybe Abby Kane.
Maybe.
You know what? I will look, Lisa.
Okay.
Lisa, are you near? Do you live near Abby or no? Okay, maybe Abby Kane is. I know she
Yeah.
lives in Kansas, so maybe Abby is.
Yeah. I didn't know the answer to that one, so I had to kind of just read that over.
Someone that I'm associated with lives in Kansas, and she was interested.
Yeah, if you don't have Abby's information, just reach out to us. We'll give it to you. Yeah. So, but you met Abby when we were in Cancun.
Is that a situation where she specifically asked for an in-person?
No, not really. I just I told her what I did, and she said, "Oh, I need to do that." And I didn't know that
No.
she was in Kansas, but
So
she's in
here-
Kansas.
This is
What
one of
part,
those
what part of Kansas?
It's in let's see what I put. Larned, Kansas. It's west of Hutchinson, Kansas.
but
west of
ladies,
Wichita.
you're limiting yourself. If the days are gone where you feel like you need to feel like you have to be there. If there's one thing COVID taught us,
The
we can
virtual
do this,
fitting.
ladies. We can 100% do this online.
I may
I wouldn't
try.
shy away from that. I start every conversation when they say, they're in Mississippi or whatever, and they oh, I want an in-person. Well, we can do this just as well from the comfort of your own home, get you in the proper fit and get your order going. No one's driving. I would not shy away from that. Embrace it.
Okay, give
You
it a
all
shot.
can do it. You guys have been doing this for so many years. You can definitely do it.
Okay. Well, I think
Yeah,
that's
and
okay.
you know what?
Yep.
Something that gives me hope was, can I just say something? There was a gal that posted in the Zaya marketing group and I'm kind of glad some of the Zaya gals aren't on here, but I wish more Zaya gals would join us if they're interested in the bras, because my goodness, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hear
My
you?
goodness, did you see the gal in the green and the red? Oh my gosh. She was wearing one of their big sports bras and she was so proud of how good she looked. And I'm like, oh boy, this is painful. They need our help.
But
Well,
it's
I
not us.
think-
It's not us to call why she's beautiful. She thinks that's beautiful.
I know, but it's so hard.
That's a
to see
mindset
that.
too, Maggie.
Well,
I
Kate and I
know.
are going to work on some videos that we're going to drop in there and actually, Lisa, you should watch them. One of them is going to be on doing the virtual fitting. So we're going to kind of keep doing that because that's how they sell. They sell virtually. Not a lot of them do in-person stuff. So anyway, so we're going to kind of
Yeah.
get on that with them. on that. And we're going to kind of do some fun videos as well. So we're going to be working on those. But so keep your eyes open for those. And we're going to share them with both platforms, Bra Ladies in the Know and with the Zaya marketing team as well.
Yeah. And you know what? She was saying, oh, this is a wear it all day bra. And so I know that's what we're up against. There's so many women want to be comfortable. And so we've got to work with that.
Okay,
Well,
so
you
I'm
might
going to
have
tell you right
customers
now,
that want that
What's
too.
that? What?
I'm going to confess, I'm comfortable all day long in my Abby or my Emma.
Yeah.
I'm not, and I actually back during the pandemic, I did try to wear, was that the Laura bra or something, Kate, that we had?
I just had that on, Carrie. I got a neck ache and a backache from that thing in less than 3 hours.
Yes,
What was
yes.
the Laura?
The Laura, it's the sports bra, and the band gets so tight after a while that, yeah.
Why don't I remember that bra?
It
Laura,
was
it had like crisscross
straps in the
straps.
back.
Oh, yeah, it was
that
one of the.
one, yeah.
Laura,
Yeah.
Luna,
that,
and
that didn't come in my size.
Laura, Luna,
Oh,
and Lola.
I love that
And
bra. I
it
still
didn't
wear
come
it.
in Kim and I's size either, but Kim and I were trying to wear it. And I'm with Kim on that one. I actually said to Kate, I said, I think I have a headache or neck ache or something
Oh,
from
mine
wearing
was
this.
horrid. It was
Oh,
horrid.
Paige is showing us. Is that her bomber bra?
Is that the one?
Yeah,
Maggie?
that's the one. Oh,
Yeah, so
my
when
goodness.
so when the Zaya ladies say like, what's the best bra to do horseback riding with? And they're like,
Jesse.
absolutely the bomber bra. I'm like, oh, bless your
Yeah.
heart. Like, no, no,
Well,
no.
just remember,
I jumped right on there. I
We're
had to
all
tell her
learning.
it's
Not
But that's
so
okay.
much.
Jump on and tell them. Just say the Jessie bra is, and I tell them to go down 1 or 2 cup sizes from what they wear. I would say for horseback riding, go down 2 cup sizes. I mean, that's what I did with the Michigan team. I'm like, I put them in 2 cup sizes below what they were wearing. So
See, I'm not a good example for that because like, I mean, the Chloe and the Jessie are the same cup, right?
right.
Okay. I fit into the same cup.
But you're not horseback riding.
No, I could horseback ride. Like
I mean,
it
'cause-
still like holds me in.
Yeah. Well, you were also
So,
very full busted. I
I'm
mean,
I'm a very full 38G, but
you don't have
typically
you're the only person I know that still has that Cooper's tissue up there. God love you. But you do.
you know what? It's funny. I have told Greg, I'm like, as big as I am, I'm like, I am surprised I'm not like down to my waist. Like, yeah.
No, you're
Well,
I'm
guess
just
what?
saying.
You shouldn't be surprised. You've been wearing the Abbey for how many years?
I know, but still, like, yeah.
And I'm gonna say your 38 Gs look freaking amazing. I've been with her by the pool in her bikini, and you have a rockin' body. I'm just gonna say that. You do.
Well, maybe from the boobs up, but not from the boobs down.
I've been poolside with you many a times.
Well,
You look
thank you.
amazing. And I'm
Thank
looking,
you.
I actually did notice like your boobs. I'm like, God, she still has her Cooper's tissue.
Yeah.
Like, which is surprising because you had 2 kids.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny, like when I used to do, like the really, really big expos, and women were like, I want my boobs to look like yours. I'm like, I'm good. I'm not that good, but like, yeah, we're not the same here. Yeah.
Yeah, I've turned into tube socks with sand. So I love this that on a call we can actually talk to each other about our boobs.
I know. But yeah, I don't know how I've kept all
You
that.
still have it, and you're my age, and you still completely have it, and I'm jealous. So
Yeah.
I'm so excited about that. Oh my God.
All right, we are
Only
at
on this call can we get
8:41.
away
I
with
know,
conversation.
exactly. That's the great thing about this.
Yeah, exactly. It's not sexual harassment, you guys. I'm just saying she looks good. I'm like,
Thank you for
Thank you.
joining us.
Yep.
Please pay attention to emails, pay attention to your emails from Zaya and from us, because
Don't forget,
things are coming your way.
don't forget Jenny had a question that you were going to get back to.
Oh, yes, Jenny. Sorry.
What I decided to do is I sent you and Carrie an email message, so you'll see it in the morning. I don't want to
Perfect.
take.
Perfect.
you're too sweet. Okay. Okay, guys, have a great evening.
Okay.
Night,
Thanks, you
Bye.
too.
Bye,
Night.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.